Good evening, people. I'm sure all of you are waiting for this evening. We are really, really excited at Sahar. Uh, for me personally, I'm really excited to welcome two of my most favorite people on stage. People know them for their screen presence, but I am totally a fan of Adil Hussain. I think I have never remember anything else than Othello and then Suvrat, our own Suvrat, who has been working with us for uh, for a couple of plays, and every time he is with us, he would not stop talking about Adilda. Adilda used to do this, Adilda used to do that. So when we had started planning this session, we couldn't think of anybody else than Suvrat. Welcome, Suvrat. Can we have you here?
Sure. Hello,
Adilda?
everyone. Can everyone see me clearly?
Yes.
Okay. So, hi, everyone. And as you know, before I we invite Adilda, let me just in brief introduce you. I am Suvrat. I am a trained professional actor. I have worked with Sehar, and my connection with Adilda goes really long. मैं मेरी नाटक की पढ़ाई मैंने NSD से की है और तब I was lucky enough to have been able to attend the classes with Adilda, and then I sort of got curious about the kind of uh, knowledge he had, and he was practicing as an actor, as an artist, and तो मैंने उनके साथ काम करने की इच्छा उनसे जाहिर की और he the kind of person he is, he has been extremely kind and generous uh, all throughout after that. uh, that's my connection with Adilda, and Seher तो अपना ग्रुप है, उनके साथ नाटक मैंने किया है 4-5 साल. So Adilda needs, I guess, no introduction. So should we welcome Adilda?
Hi, Suvrat. How are you doing?
I'm good. Thank you, Adilda. How are you?
Uh, Thank you. I'm very well. Very well.
So the
So,
floor
Thank
with you, Suvrat and Adilda. I think I'll go off. Carry on.
so Adilda, जब भी आपसे बात होती है, it is always a beautiful combination of formality and informality, love and strict discipline, and so many more emotions are also part of our conversations whenever we talk. So with all those uh, feelings, let me welcome you and thank you for agreeing for this talk.
I had been looking forward to talk to you, Suvrat. Thank you for inviting me.
तो मैंने कुछ सवाल निकाले हैं, and I'll try to be as brief as possible so as not to come in between those lovely people who are attending this session and who are eager to hear more of you. मैंने एक छोटी सी लिस्ट बनाई है, लेकिन so as not to indulge too much into my own selfish questions which I wanted to know from you, and with which I have been pestering you for last few years. uh,
Shoot.
yeah. So
I might also ask you questions. Yeah?
please. तो शुरुआत करते हैं आदिलदा आपके चाइल्डहुड से, because now people know you in so many varied roles, and whichever role you do, you sort of uh, uh, have this capacity to actually mold your personality into something else. So many people may not know actually where you belong. Some may know, some may not know. But आप असम से है और ग्वालपारा जैसे उस हिसाब से ज्यादा जो जिसके बारे में, जिस टाउन के बारे में लोगों को पता नहीं है, ऐसे टाउन से है. सो आप अगर उस टाउन के बारे में और अपने थोड़ा सा चाइल्डहुड मेमोरीज के बारे में शेयर कर सके इस एंगल में कि what are those childhood memories or about Goalpara or Assam which has helped you in developing the kind of artist and as a human being you are?
the first thing which comes to my mind is the combination of my parents.
Ji.
My father had been an avid uh, listener and appreciator of classical music,
Mhm.
uh, Hindustani classical music, mostly Khayal and
Mhm.
Chumri. And he was a devotee of Tagore. When I say devotee, I do not mean, uh, I mean every sense of the word. Like
Right.
he thought that Tagore was the incarnation of divine,
Oh.
and without which he would not, वो करी ऐसा रचना वो कर ही नहीं सकते.
Mhm.
और उनकी रचना के बारे में मुझे इतना बताया गया है बचपन में कि हर एक ह्यूमन इमोशन और सिचुएशन के बारे में उन्होंने कविता लिखी है. और बाकी रचनाएं जो है, कविताएं हैं, स्टोरीज हैं और गाने हैं. और मुझे याद है, मेरे ख्याल से 4-5 साल की उम्र से, जितना मुझे अभी बहुत दूर है वो, लेकिन फिर भी अगर मैं देखता हूँ तो लगता है कि 4-5 साल की से उम्र से he used to always sort of call me, and my nickname in my house, most probably nobody knows, is Ritu.
Oh.
So yeah, and he would call me Ritu. I mean, it's a command kind of a thing. There is
Uh-huh.
no request in it. So he'll call me. So I would be coming like, very obedient, but marsh, but I play the obedience very well
Right.
in front of him. And I would come and listen to his poetry recitation of Tagore. And he was extremely honest man. When I say honest, in a sense that in terms of money, in terms of his principles, I have never seen such a person who is so precisely articulate about what the right thing
Mhm.
in terms of being honest with people.
Right.
I remember he driving away with a cane in his hand, two people who just came with a big fish. Most
Mhm.
probably doesn't even know whether they have come to bribe him or something. But he just came and said, no, there is no reason for you to bring fish in our house. So he threw them away. And he was an expert in 6 languages. And he spoke
Wow.
fluently Persian,
Mhm.
Arabic, English, Hindi, Urdu, Assamese, Bengali.
Wow.
And he wanted one of his sons at least to learn English properly. He failed with most of his sons except for two of us who learned the language that I'm speaking right now. Um, and he was a man of literature.
Mhm.
He finished the entire district library because Goalpara was still is the district headquarters. And he
Right.
finished all the books which that library had, and then he complained, "Get me more books." So, so his persona, and he was very strict and also extremely angry man.
Mhm.
He didn't take nonsense from other people and not from us as well. So, uh, and so on the other hand, my mother, who was, like most of our mothers, which is, who has this, most of the women folk in the world has got this
Mhm.
amazing empathy and generosity and tenderness and love. So this, and she supported also my activities in theater.
Mhm.
And if we come out of that house and we go into the neighborhood, so there used to be, and still is, there are always this drama clubs and or a music club, in every neighborhood. And
So,
our
so
senior, yeah,
sorry to cut you, but that was the part of Goalpara's culture.
yes, yes,
Oh.
always. So theater used to be a regular feature, though we had very, very rudimentary uh, sort of theater hall. Monkeys used to come through the windows because we couldn't afford, the town could not afford the windows even properly.
Right.
So windows were without the grills or anything.
Right.
So we had
So,
this
Sorry, very sorry to
No,
interrupt you, Anita.
no.
I suppose your voice is cracking a little bit because
Oh, really?
just came and just showed me a placard saying Adil Das voice is cracking.
Okay, so what I'll do, I'll go off the Bluetooth. Maybe because of
Uh,
the Bluetooth,
yeah,
that could be the
if you
reason.
can
So I'll use the
take out the
a second.
Bluetooth. Initially, I
Okay.
didn't bother to interrupt you because I thought it's only my device which is not being able to listen to your
Right.
voice
Right.
clearly, but I could follow what you were saying. But
Okay.
maybe, sorry. So if you
No,
please
no problem. So if you go out in the neighborhood, then there's all these drama clubs, and our seniors, they will put up plays, and we will see them. And there will be, and our house still is in front of the school that I studied. And the school was established in 1887 or something. So 150 years
Yeah.
celebration just happened. 89 or 87, I forgot exactly. So there will be the dramas which happen in the field, and between our house and the school is the big football field, facing each other. And also every occasion there will be some cultural varieties, and there will be singers from across the state would come and perform. So I grew up in a very culturally vibrant town, and all of Assam, even in the villages, they have a drama. So it's like and quite often there are musicians and folk dances and folk performances. And Goalpara district, where I grew up, Goalpara has very rich folk culture. And 12 kilometers from our house, there's this the other people who are from almost another race, like Rabhas and Garos, and the language they speak, I don't understand a single word. 12
Right.
kilometers from our house.
Right.
And they have their own folk culture, and it's an amazing place where I grew up. So that's my background in India, in Goalpara.
Yeah. Why I was extremely curious, and also why I wanted you to sort of share it, because now sort of people see you as a global figure, but I was really curious to know that what exactly from your childhood is something that has helped you sculpt into what you are. And now we all know that uh, all this beautiful diversity which you always experienced and lived along is what has made you into this what I would say compassionate and more empathetic human being. I was curious because as we also keep talking about it, Adilda, and you have also mentioned, is that I was listening to one of your videos a couple of days ago, where you were insisting that how empathy and interdependence is what we need right now. And I was curious to know that where those values have come to you from. But as we can clearly see, that it has always been an integral part of our ancient living practices, which you have experienced in your childhood, and also theater and also folk culture, and also, but what I can clearly see is that also there was this beautiful combination of modern life and sort of modern exposure and the traditional ways of living.